Welcome, welcome to our first Women's Empowerment Seminar, Coals in the Fire, Women's Voices for New Vision for 2020. This is our first virtual seminar. It's going to be a fabulous session this morning. I am Shakira Oliver, your moderator, and we do have a co-host on deck. Thank you so much, Candace. Thank you. So we're just going to dive right into the theme of our session today. I looked at this session and the theme of what's uniting all of our presenters and then what unites us as women is that this element of fire is kind of embedded in our existence, in that life has its share of fires. And what happens is sometimes, we can get a detour, we can get lost in it and not find our way. But then what happens is that there's something internal and there's a faith component and there's something that pushes us. And so as you share in each person's presentation with their journey through their fires, you'll see how each person was able to overcome. And so I would like to bring our first presenter to you. Her name is Fatima Brown. She was born in Lagos, Nigeria. She's a transformational speaker, health and wellness coach, and a stage 4 lung cancer survivor. So I'm going to allow her to share her phenomenal story with you. It's just been wonderful meeting her, and she's ready to go.
Good day, guys. Greetings to you all. Thank you all for allowing me to be here and share this platform with you guys. And thank you all for taking your time out to be here today. I know with what's going on with the busy schedule and then the COVID-19 and the stress that's going on in wherever cities or wherever part of the world we're in, it can be very stressful. So I thank you guys so much for just being here alone and participating in us, because as women, we are phenomenal. And as long as we can capture our strength and find that strength in those trials and tribulations that we go through, we can come out on the other side powerful more than ever, just like coals and fire. I really like the idea of Shakara talking about, the process of coal and fire and how we all have our own individual journeys that we go through. And if we can see in those journeys the lesson that needs to be learned in them, we can, instead of being the victim of those situations, granted so that we can feel victimized, but it gives us power and strength to move forward. Like Shakara said, as you all know, my name is Fatima Brown. I am a holistic health and wellness life coach, as well as a healthcare professional. I'm also the owner of Ewalla, a wellness organization, as well as a life coach company. I'm going to share my screen just to get started so I can explain to you guys what my company does. Company is Ewalla. We provide a natural herbal supplement, 100% natural, as well as herbal teas, CBD oil, and we help individuals who are ready to take their lives to another level to transform their lives. Our products are 100% natural or alkaline. So the goal of each of our products and our services is to get your body to a state where it is now alkaline and you can move forward with life. What you guys may not know about me is that I have, with going through lung cancer and prior to that, I also, just like most of us women, have gone through depression. I've gone through not understanding who I was as a person, not knowing who I am as a person. I've gone through trying to find my way in life, being depressed, being angry, feeling like a victim, feeling like I had the world on my shoulders, feeling like there was nothing to do, feeling like I did not have another day, nevertheless, another month to live. But regardless of what, I persisted. So I'm going to share my story really quick with you guys before I continue, so you guys can understand exactly what process I went with. On May 2018, early in the morning, I went to the hospital because I had a cold and I was coughing blood. I had the cold for about 2 months. And my mother and family members and husband, fiance at the time, was begging me to go to the doctor, and I just chose not to. until my sister called me and convinced me to go. So long story short, I went to the doctor. The doctor said I was going to be fine, that it's probably a cold. Just take some x-rays and everything will be okay. As I did so, my doctor told me that I could not leave, that I had to stay in a hospital because the situation was a lot more severe. Basically, at the end of it, I was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. I was caught in a place in life trying to figure out what to do next. Stage 4, for a lot of us, those of you who don't know, stage 4 lung cancer is a disease that's basically incurable. And the majority of people who have stage 4 lung cancer die within 5 years. And in the process of this, they say that stage 4 lung cancer, you can't breathe, and the symptoms of not being able to breathe will never go away. So you will continue to cough for the rest of your life, and you will not be able to breathe for the rest of your life. And I found myself trying to figure out what to do with myself, because I was not ready to leave this earth at the age of 28 or 29, to leave this earth and leave the people that love me behind. So I started to study and started to research, and I didn't want to feel sorry for myself. I remember being diagnosed and being in a hospital, and a nurse came to me. She saw that I was crying, and she asked me what was wrong with me, because she took my blood pressure and noticed how high it was. And I said to her, I was just diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. And she said one thing to me that changed the course of my life. She said to me, I understand that this situation is very hard, and I understand that it's something that I cannot fathom how you must feel. However, crying about it, being stressed about it, taking this approach of it will not help you to heal. It would make you leave this earth faster. And she went on to giving me examples of her family members who dealt with stress daily, and that they ended up dying just from stress alone. And she said one thing to me that pondered, and it's what created who I am today. She said to me, if you sit here and you cry and you feel sorry for yourself, you're only going to leave here faster. She said majority of people that die when they get diagnosed with a disease that's severe, it's simply just because of their stress about it. So that causes them to leave, and within weeks, sometimes even instead of the disease killing them. And I sat there and I pondered upon what I wanted to do with my life after that. And I said to myself, if I wanted to fight, I'm going to give it the best shot I got. And I know that if I don't survive, then I know that I did the best I could and I didn't survive. And as I did my research and I began to think about what I did prior to those moments of my life, how I lived out my life, where I went wrong in my life. And I started to realize that although my diet was okay and I was a vegetarian at the time, my stress level was to the rocket. I was always stressed, full of anxiety. And I learned and realized that not only do we have to keep our body clean by eating the right things to keep us strong, our stress level also, the more we stress out, as each day goes on and we continue to stress, those stresses also break down our bodies and causes us to get sick. So I created this company, Ewalla, in the process of my healing, while I'm healing. And everything that we practice in Ewalla, I do daily within myself. And as a result of our company, we have helped individuals learn how to heal themselves. We have helped individuals learn how to reverse their disease and even manage your disease. We've helped people change their lifestyle and change their lives. We've helped individuals to live their full potential. So to help them to realize that wellness is not just what we eat, but it's everything all in one: mind, body, and spirit. So as we go about our days, as we go as women, as we take each day as we go along in this women empowerment, I hope that as I am passionate about helping individuals to fulfill their full potential and discover what makes them so phenomenal, because we are phenomenal women. I hope that this presentation will help you as well and strengthen you to know that you are capable of doing anything you want to do, as long as your perseverance, your focus, and you keep the fight going. Just like coals and fire, for something amazing to happen, sometimes we just got to put the pressure in. Sometimes we got to put the fire underneath that thing to get the result of the gold that we need. So I hope that in doing this presentation, my hope is that you guys not only get the information that you need, but are also able to take this information and pass it on. That not only can you practice it within your lives, but your loved ones and your family can practice it as well and help them to live a more fulfilled life. In the process of doing my research and finding out more about diet, I found out that diet can change our lifestyle. It can change our mindset. It can help us to reduce the chances of getting diseases. It can help us to feel more fulfilled. Wellness can help us to feel more fulfilled. As women, we're constantly struggling. We have family, we have husbands or wives, we have all kinds of things around us. And when we don't know how to manage those things, it can become stressful. And then that can lead to long-term illnesses and diseases. So when we learn about these things, it not only helps us to reduce our chances for diseases and reverse our current illness, it helps us to grow. It helps us to understand that everything in life is a lesson. And if we stop looking at ourselves when things happen to us as victims, and we start looking at ourselves as survivors, as swords, as warriors, we see the lessons in the things that we need to learn. How many of us know people that are sick? How many of us know people that have cancer? How many of us are sick ourselves? And we don't know why we're sick, and we don't know what's causing us to sick. How many of us eat foods like bacon, fried chicken, rice, potatoes, and think that these are normal diets because this is what we've been told and have learned? I learned in my process and in my journey that everything we've learned about diet has been wrong. That everything we know right now for diet has been wrong, such as foods. A lot of us think spinach and broccoli and carrots and beets are good foods, and they're supposed to be good foods. All these foods have become genetically modified. And because of that, we're not able to receive the amount of nutrients that we need. Our body provides 102 minerals and nutrients in it naturally. And in order for us to keep up that state of healthiness in our body, we need to be able to maintain and sustain those source of vitamins, minerals, and nutrients. And in order for us to do it, we need to ingest things that keeps our body strong and provides us with the very same DNA of nutrients that we need in our body. So when we don't do that by consuming foods that we think may be healthy and are not, we are lacking. We're stopping our body from receiving the things that it needs to provide us with optimum health. Now, what is an unhealthy living? Stress is an unhealthy living. The food we eat is unhealthy living. Like not being active or unhealthy living. So we need to make sure we try to practice wellness, things of wellness living. I emphasize a lot about pH balance. And for some of us don't know what a pH balance. pH balance is a state of the natural state of where our body needs to be. Our body is supposed to be a 7.40 to 7.35 pH balance. And the foods that we're consuming are supposed to have those same pH balance, because those things in the pH balance are what keeps our body strong and alkalize our body. It's what keeps us from preventing diseases. Once your body is in an alkaline state, you no longer can really get sick. So if you consume foods that are alkaline by nature, like kale, foods that are alkaline by nature, foods that have high pH balance, as in 7.0, even a 6 is fine, and we constantly ingest those things, that keeps our body strong and healthy. A great example is this. While battling cancer, right after being diagnosed, I went into straight fasting because I learned about the power of fasting. And as I did that, I started to alkalize my body. And in the process of going through cancer, and within a couple of 2-3 months, I was moving around like nothing was wrong. I went to college, I graduated, got my degree, I got married, I went to Virginia, and at that time, I was still taking oral chemo, and I was still at the same time fighting for my life, but I was able to do the things and maneuver around because I was feeding my body with the things that it needed, and I wasn't leaving it only just to the doctor. So, like I said, daily diet, why we get sick. Our daily diet is imperative. Our stress level is imperative. So if we can alter our daily diet by just adding simply little things that we have in our supermarket every day, it would make a big difference. For example, did you know that ginger alone, consuming ginger daily, either as a tea or just in your diet, in your salad like I do, you can boost your immunity. You can protect yourself from colon cancer, just ginger alone. You can reduce your chances of getting diabetes. You can stop kidney damage. It can help you relieve menstrual cramps. A lot of us, just like I used to have bad menstrual cramps. It can help you with that. And it can stop with the growth of cancer cells. It has anti-cancer properties. I can go on. Even kale itself. Kale has vitamin A, K, C, and B6, calcium, copper, lowers cholesterol. A lot of my clients ask me, how do I get my cholesterol lower? I have high cholesterol and I don't want to have heart disease. I simply tell them, you get the cholesterol herbal supplement that my company provides and constantly consume foods that helps you to lower your cholesterol, like kale. And I can go on. Next is sea moss. I know a lot of people have heard about sea moss. I don't know if you guys have. Sea moss is a powerful multivitamin. Whether you are pregnant and you need it for prenatal things, a lot of us go to get prenatals from the hospital or from the pharmaceutical. When we have nature providing us prenatals, like I said earlier in the speech, our body provides us with 102 minerals we need inside of it. This alone, seaweed, provides us with 92 minerals out of the 102 minerals our body needs. Just by consuming this daily, we have provided our body with majority of the minerals that it needs for us to stay healthy and strong. It helps you to boost immunity. It helps with bone health. A lot of older people, a lot of us, even after breastfeeding, we lose calcium. This is a great source of that, because not only does it increase breastfeeding, your breast milk production helps before you have a child by keeping you and the baby strong, but it also helps with building your bones from breastfeeding after losing calcium from breastfeeding, and feeds your body with oxygen. Majority of time we get sick because our cells are lacking oxygen, just like the COVID-19. When we talk about COVID-19, when you hear them talk about COVID-19, what do they say? It stops your lung, it clogs your lungs by putting mucus in it, and your body is unable to get the oxygen it needs from outside because it blocks your lungs. These nutrients in the foods and these nutrients provide your body with the oxygen it needs. It doesn't give you oxygen, but it allows your cells to absorb oxygen better. So we can see by just these three things how changing your diet alone can help to improve your health and your well-being. Antiviral, elderberry is an antiviral. It's great for cough and flu. It has vitamin A, B, and C, and has also anti-cancer property. I can go on. Anti-depression. A lot of people, a lot of my clients go through anxiety. I've gone through anxiety as well. And I take CBD every day. And a lot of times we go through anxiety and we go to the hospital and they give us anxiety medication, 1, 2, 3, and all these medications have long-term effects. And especially as women, our hormones are imbalanced. We get our hormones change. So if we're taking antidepressant medicine and everything else, now our hormones are constantly changing. CBD alone helps with depression. It treats anxiety. It helps with panic attacks. People with PTSD, OCD, pain relief, it helps with that. I've even done a research and seen someone who had Parkinson's disease, and he was constantly shaking. And once they gave him CBD oil, he stopped shaking. Within 10 minutes, he stopped. He started acting regular, and you would think nothing was wrong with him. The same thing with autism. Right now, autism is on the skyrocket. A lot of people have autism. Just alone, CBD can help to improve your mental state with autism. One last thing is seizures. CBD has been known for seizures. A lot of people take seizures medication. You don't have to. CBD alone gives you the quality of things you need to stop seizures. There's been a research with a woman who had a child who had over 100 seizures a day. 100. I cannot imagine being a mother and dealing with my child having over 100 seizures a day. How devastating that must be. And she tried all hopes and nothing helps. And she finally tried CBD oil because she kept on hearing about it. And as she tried it, her child went from 100 times 100 times seizures to less than 10 times seizures in one day, just by putting the CBD oil liquid on the child's hand, neck, and underneath her foot. That was it. So we see how our diet and lifestyle, wellness lifestyle, can help us to prevent diseases and reverse them, can help us to keep a healthy body and a straight mental state. A lot of times when I talk about wellness, people think it's about diet alone. Wellness is not just about diet. Wellness is about having a healthy mindset. It's about having a great emotional mindset, a good physical and social relationship with the people and people around you. It's about keeping a healthy diet and keeping your body inside and understanding that you fulfilling your full potential. Because, as women in the family, we are the rock, right? We are the rock, right? So if we're in a healthy state and we're strong mentally, physically, and emotionally, we can slay. We can be there not just for ourselves alone, but we can be there for our family members, our children, the people that needs us the most, the people that rely and depend on us. So just by doing wellness, just by benefiting and fulfilling and focusing and investing in your wellness, that you can fulfill your full potential and be confident while doing it, because you are enough. You have no competition. Your competition is yourself. And once you understand that, you can be the best you can be. There are many ways also to have wellness. There are different ways, like detoxifying your body, helping you to do things like, did you know that yoga itself, certain poses in yoga and exercising can help you detoxify your body? Look at, for example, this detoxifying exercise. It's a yoga pose. It's called wide leg forward fold, right? This pose alone simply helps you boost your circulation. As you position yourself, it helps you with digestion and boost your circulation. And I can go on with different exercises like revolving triangle, which helps you to help clear your lungs and helps you with your shoulders, your spinal cord. And it helps you to with your abdominal organs to help you to release anything in your abdominal organs like digestion. It helps you with blood circulation, anxiety. And I can go on. Another pose, yoga pose, just sitting out and twisting. It helps you with your liver and kidney. And it helps you to squeeze those organs out to detoxify anything that needs to be detoxified, and helps you with your blood flow. Bear with me. I'm almost finished, guys. So the mental aspect of wellness is what? There are many ways to do it. You can meditate. Meditate doesn't necessarily mean always sitting there and putting your hand forward. It means just pondering, clearing your mind, keeping your mind cleared and still. Exercise, another way. Stretching, yoga, and all these things will help with your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health, your social well-being, and affects and everything else around you that it helps with. I'm almost done, guys. The benefit on investing in your well-being, you feel more fulfilled. We feel, especially as women, sometimes we want to feel acknowledged. This will help us to acknowledge ourselves. We feel more happy. We feel more accomplished because now we have confidence and we can accomplish our goals because we have confidence within ourselves, because we are the bomb and we do slay. We just have to know it. And guess what? The most important thing in it is less hospital visits. So I don't know about you, but I like less hospital visits. So the last thing I will say is the benefit of having a wellness coach, what we provide in our company to you as we serve you. We guide you through processing and creating a vision for your well-being. Sometimes we don't know we need something until someone else in the outside approaches us and helps us to see that vision that we can't see. We help you to develop a healthy mindset and healthy daily habits, because we know to create something, you need to do it daily. We help you, we guide you every step of the way to accomplish your goal. Because if you're like me, we all need a support team. And sometimes, like, a lot of women complain that we don't have the right support team. So, and I remember going through my cancer situation and the big, massive support team that I had, from my family to my friends to my husband. The big support team made a big difference for me. So we provide you with the support and the vision that you need to keep going. And we help you to discover what you want out of life. Thank you guys so much for listening. You can always contact me and follow our company at www EwallaLifeCoach.com to view our services. You can email us at Fatima.Brown@EwallaLifeCoach.com. And one thing I want to leave with you ladies today is you are empowered. You are amazing. You are beautiful. You are strong. I know sometimes life, we go through things and we feel our circumstances creates us to be depressed, or not feel secure in within ourselves, or we go to have kids or things like that that makes us to feel insecure, or we feel like we don't have the support around us to keep us strong. But I want you to know, believe in yourself. That strength is within you. And she said something about coals on fire earlier, and I just had to pinpoint about it because I had to write it down. The reason why I created Ewalla is simply because of just that. Understanding that your struggles are not your downfall, those are your strength. Earnest it, capture it, and slay with it, and do it better with the best ability that you got, because you slay, sis. You slay. So you can contact me at any time. I'm ready. Anybody that wants to talk after the session, we are ready to serve you. I am here all for you. Thank you so much for having me here, and I really appreciate it.